What's good, family? Hopefully, I'm clear. I can be heard. Let me make sure I can be heard. All right. Hopefully, I can be heard. Whoever pops in, just give your boy a thumbs up. Let me know what time it is. I ain't gonna waste no time though getting into it. So I am not gonna lie. I'm looking at things from a different perspective now. When it's like, this is a little bit silly. What I am talking about is the rampant back and forth. The rampant back and forth between schools of thought full of people who understand from one side that, hey, I'm from Africa. My family was brought over here on a slave ship during the Atlantic slave trade. I can trace my family back to Africa. So therefore, I'm African. And then you got the other side that understands, okay, I've done my research. I've traced my family. I don't have no family in Africa. My family is here in America. Not only is my family here in America, my family here in America is what you would consider the original people or the autochtons of the land, which is the first people there, the people, original people from the soil, aboriginals, etc., American Indian, etc. The back and forth is silly as hell. And this is why I say so. From the aspect of aboriginals or American Indians, if you know who you are, our job ain't to convince other people who look like us that they are not. Your job is self-preservation. You're here to preserve you. So if you find out information about you, enhance that for your salvation and keep that shit pushing. If you believe you from Africa, stand on that shit. The only thing I would recommend is it's okay if you want to be African. Honestly, I have no say so over the matter, right? You control who you identify as. Only thing I'm going to suggest to you, my brothers and sisters from Africa, is that if you're operating on this landmass called America, specifically in this particular government called the United States of America, then I would suggest that you take a look at the Census Bureau and classifications, because that's what the legalities of all things that transpire here are operating under. So therefore, if you want to be African, then from a legal standpoint, you should be classified as white. Oh shit. Now the conversation gets real. Okay? So all that talking about the white man. If you claim to be African, you are the white man. You are. You're legally white. Because white means a person having origins in any of the original peoples of Europe, the Middle East, and North excuse me, and North Africa. Okay? So you're white. Stop it. Now, if you want to classify as black or African American, you're putting yourself at a major disadvantage legally. Because legally, what black or African American mean ain't the same shit that mean, ain't the same definition when you're saying it about yourself as a form of identifying. Because if somebody told you that whenever you say, hey, I'm black or I'm African American, you just pissed, shitted on, and disrespected your mother and your father, which is a legal fact. What if somebody told you that? Would you continue to want to use that title, knowing that every time you say, I'm black or African American, a hand from the spiritual realm just comes and just slaps the shit out of your mom and your dad? And every other relative that's still here on the earth with you, your grandma, aunties, uncles, would you still use that term? Would you? Would you still take that as a term of endearment? I get it. You're claiming you're African and you're from Africa. No problem. You should be classified as white. You should be classifying as white. You shouldn't be classifying as black or African American, because when you do that, what you're saying is you don't have a mom and a dad. And if you don't have a mom and a dad, how the fuck did you get here on planet Earth? Are you a part of nature, or are you some man-made invention that was created in a lab with a bunch of white coats? That's what you're saying when you're saying you're black and African American. I could care less identify as. For grown-ass men to keep on arguing back and forth about, hey, this is what I understand myself to be. Why can't you understand that you're that too? I mean, the greatest part about our country is that everybody has a right. Everybody has a right to determination. So who am I to interfere with that right when I myself am exercising that very same right? This shit don't make sense. Too grown. We too grown. Men, we too grown for the back and forth shit. Fathers, men of the household, leaders of our families, we ain't got time. I ain't got to argue about why improper. That's not nice. That's not my place. Only thing I'm letting you know is the legal ramifications of what this shit mean. See, because every clique or group can take a word and make that word mean something different to themselves. Oh, for us, Negro or nigga means endearment. That means, hey, my nigga. That means my brother, my sister. And everyone else can't use that word. Right? Because for everyone else, it's a bad word. It's insulting. It's demeaning. It's belittling. So when I say legal, that's a flat plane across the board. Flat. There's no, oh, over here it means this, over here it means that. Nah, my niggas. Black and African American means that you ain't got no mom and no dad. It means that you are a thing. If you are African, you should identify as white. Legally. Look, man. Hey, y'all. There's too much truth being uncovered. There's too much research to do. There's too much plans to execute. We ain't got time. Don't have time. If you know who you are, focus on you and get your shit together. And people who are riding with you or in that same space or mindset, let them ride with you too. Or y'all ride together and get shit done. It makes no sense to keep on going back and forth. Well, hey, I'm not African. Hey, we're actually all American Indians. I don't give a fuck what you identify as. You should care. So if you don't care enough to do the research and make sure you know what the fuck is going on over here, that's your problem. That's our problem as a people. We all trying to on some low key level shit, try to like rule over other motherfuckers. Like, because I know you're wrong, I now have to remind you that you're wrong every time I see you. The fuck? No, that's not my problem. I don't care if you're wrong or right. Not my issue. You have to deal with the consequences of your decisions and your actions. You, not me. So I ain't worried about what the fuck you doing. I'm not worried about how you identify. Nor am I going to disrespect you in how you identify. I'm still going to respect you. But just know that there's some legal ramifications. There are. And you got to keep it 100 with yourself. I ain't mad. I'm just saying, as grown men, we too old to be arguing about that silly ass shit. Everybody has a motherfucking right to self-determination. So me trying to go back and forth with you, I'm trying to convince you you're American Indian, you trying to convince me I'm African, we're all just shitting on each other's right of self-determination. All I know is at the end of the day, when shit go down and it's my time to file a class action suit, you can't be a part of it because you're classified as something else. That's not my problem. Not my problem. My job here is to focus on me, focus on those around me, bring them up, and stay away from the bullshit. So what I'm seeing transpire right now is poisonous. Just another way or another excuse to make niggas keep going at each other's throat. For fucking what? For whose entertainment? I'm not entertained. I'm not entertained. That's just whack. Because that same energy niggas is using to try to usurp niggas' rights to determination, we could be putting our bread together. Like, for real. For real. Seriously, guys. Seriously. We're too grown. And then we got the younger generations coming up behind us looking at us as grown men do silly ass. We should be being industrious, putting our breath together, go get land, shit, formulate strategy, build a body politics, make sure niggas is set up with their trust, make sure niggas got their businesses lined up, make sure niggas got their business credit lined up, make sure niggas is understanding and learning how to fucking be able to secure their fucking treasury direct accounts and motherfucking be able to discharge the shit they need to do. See, we focus on the wrong shit. If we focus on the right things, there won't be a reason for us to argue. You know why? Because everybody will be straight. Everybody be straight. But y'all want to find an excuse to keep on going at each other's neck. Like there ain't enough niggas going at our necks as a people already. The fuck is that about, yo? I don't understand. This is why I stay out of all that shit. I don't involve myself in silly shit. Okay? Because what I'm doing requires a lot of fucking energy. A lot of willpower, time to waste that shit trying to usurp your rights to self-determination. Whether I think you're wrong or you're not, it's still your fucking right. And if I'm mature about it, if I want my rights respected, then common sense would say, then duh, I gotta respect your rights. Don't matter how the fuck I feel, because it's your rights. So I'm not gonna sit here and get mad or frustrated because my brothers and sisters thinking that they from Africa, or you know what I'm saying? Like that's not my call. That has nothing to do with me. So I stay out of it. You should stay out of it too. Because then you get yourself pulled into silly arguments and putting yourself in positions where really you have no power or no say-so to say anything. Only thing you're doing is causing a headache for yourself. And then afterwards you feeling drained and shit because you done had a shouting match with another grown-ass man like y'all two high school children and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now you're exhausted. Now you need to go leave and recharge. Like, for what? For what? For what, dude? For what? I don't comprehend it, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe something, you know, maybe I'm just weird. Maybe I'm just weird and I'm just on some other shit. I guess. But the shit I'm seeing is not progressive, is not productive. It's a waste of time. It keeps niggas idle. It keeps you standing still when there's so much shit to do. If you die today, are your babies straight? If they're not, what the fuck are you doing? You got shit to do. You got work to do. What you talking about? I gotta make sure my baby's straight, nigga. I don't got time to argue with you about why I think it's wrong for you to identify as whatever. That's like trying to argue with a fucking transgender as to why a nigga's not a woman. You see how far that goes, guys. Pointless. Pointless. Not your jurisdiction. Right, and then diction meaning to speak, then how the fuck do I have a right to speak on your matters while simultaneously having my own personal jurisdiction respected? You understand the karma? How you gonna disrespect someone else's jurisdiction and then want your shit to get respected? That don't make no sense. And then you wonder why shit don't pan out how shit pan out. Because karma is a very real thing. Niggas don't understand you get back what you give in. So if you want to give out being disrespectful and trying to usurp or trying to rule over people, then you trying to claim to be a sovereign or some type of shit, that's not going to be reflected in your life. Because sovereigns don't care about what other people do. Let me say that one more time. Sovereign don't care about what other people do. Sovereign too worried about what the fuck he doing or what she doing. That's what a sovereign is. They ain't got time. Ain't got time. I got shit to do. I got shit to do. On top of maintaining the mundane situation, right? Just, working so I can make sure bills is paid, make sure babies got what they need, make sure all financial obligations and responsibilities taken care of. Then I can focus on my sovereign shit. But that doesn't erase the fact that I still have to be on point with that. I still have to keep that under control. I still have to maintain that. Otherwise, I'm not going to be free to do those things that are necessary, that require more time and energy. What type of feather? Crow feathers, duck feathers, and one parakeet feather. It's colorful, but you can't see it. But thank you. It's not hard to find feathers, family. We got birds all around us that fly and leave feathers. You want to find feathers? Go by the lake or the pond. Ducks normally like to swim there. You know what I'm saying? You might even be lucky sometimes and spot some eagles flying down to, get a quick wash up and shit. You'll find plenty of feathers on the sea, on the seashore, and you'll find plenty of feathers in the water. Believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? Just put yourself around where the animals is at. Don't need to go into no store to buy them feathers. That's what they do. They pick up the feathers from off the ground and then they put it in the store and sell it to you. They'll either color it with some other type of shit, spray it or whatever, make it look nice, and then sell it to you. Where do you think they got that feather from? But you understand what I'm saying? And I don't want to keep on harking on it. It's not from a space of angry, upset. It's from a space of maturity and understanding. If I want to have my rights respected, I must respect your rights. And it makes no sense. It makes no sense for me to stick my nose up and poke my chest out and seem like I'm bougie or I'm better than someone because I know something that they don't know. Because guess what, y'all? There was a point in time where I ain't know shit either. So I'm grateful at the fact that I was able to grow and evolve. But that don't mean I forget where I came from. So never in my mind am I ever thinking less or low of someone like, oh, I'm higher or better than you. Why can't you do this when I can do it? That shit ain't real. That shit ain't real. That shit ain't real. So I don't understand what's going on right now. This is why I felt the need to make this live. I ain't gonna front with y'all. I ain't even trying to be that long, but it's a lot of energy being passed back and forth. And I get it. Most people probably say, oh, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to make sure we get an understanding. Look, nigga, I understand where you stand. You say you're African. You understand where I stand. I say I'm original American here. There's nothing else to understand. After that point, it's simply respect. There ain't shit to understand. I don't need to understand why you feel like you're African. That's not my job. I don't care. Why do you care? Why do you care so much about shit outside of yourself? It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. If it don't apply to you, don't give no fucks about it. Don't give it no attention. That's like you on an application and the fucking application asks you, or do you believe in a transgender, or are you whatever that shit is, oh my God, so many phrases and terms. Pretty much are, if you're a man or a woman, or can you pick the other? Okay, if other don't apply to you and you're a man, then you check man. You're not going to sit there and be like, oh my God, why the fuck do they have other on this here? Why do they have other on this application? I don't fucking understand. And then what? You're going to get mad and what? What you going to do? Bring it to the manager? Why is there other here? There's only men and women in reality. That's not your fucking problem. It's not your fucking place. Just check man shut the fuck up and bring in your application. What are we doing out here? What are we doing out here? What are we doing out here, y'all? I feel like we playing hook, line, and sinker right into the primordial bullshit pot, which is giving niggas or niggas finding any reason or excuse to keep on coming after each other's neck. Why? You understand that if I had a neighbor and the neighbor says, hey, I'm African, I believe I'm African American. All right, and I tell a nigga I'm American Indian. And then all of a sudden, fucking a gang of niggas just roll up and try to just fucking stall out on the whole block. I pull out my ratchet, this nigga pull out his ratchet. You think I'm gonna care that he says he's African? Am I gonna argue? Oh, hey man, why you trying to defend this shit with me, bro? I thought you from Africa. You really think I'll have time to say that type of shit? It's not reality, man. It's not reality. It's not reality. Shit is cool when shit is calm. Shit is cool when shit is calm. When shit pop off, nobody care about those things, which lets you know that they're not important. Not important. Not important. Not important. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got rules. You exactly right, brother Jerry. Motherfucker got rules in their house. You can't come in their house with shoes. That's the rule. If you don't like it, then you can't come to fucking here. That's it. There's no space for you to argue with the owner of the house, aka owner of my body. There's no point in you arguing with the owner of the house about the rules that they set for their house. That's what niggas is doing on YouTube right now. I'm Aboriginal. And you're not African. Nope, I'm African, but you're not Aboriginal. That shit sounds so silly as fuck, y'all. Come on, man. We better than that. We better than that. We're better than that. We're better than that. Better than that. That's all I really wanted to say, to be honest with you. I mean, the shit was kind of irking me, so I just felt like I had to give a couple of words of wisdom on the matter. Like, yo, why are we even giving this shit so much energy? Like, it's ridiculous. If that's how you rock, then that's how you rock. There's legal ramifications for everyone's decisions and what they do and say. So focus on the decisions you make, and you bear the consequences of those decisions. Your job, not anyone else's job. Not my job to come and remind you, hey, you made a bad decision. See, I told you you shouldn't have made that bad decision. See, I told you. Is that the type of nigga you are? The I told you type? I told you so. I told you so. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. There's a reason why people say experience is the best teacher, because it will teach your ass in a very deep way, and it don't say a motherfucking thing. It don't say a motherfucking thing. That's the beautiful part about experience. She don't say shit. She don't say shit. But the message is straight cutthroat. Only thing you can do is take that shit to the chest. Learn, improve, and move on. Why are we standing here doing all this talking? Experience don't talk. Experience show. So allow a nigga to experience the results and consequences of his decisions. That's what we are all here to do. Stop infringing on other niggas' rights. Maybe that's what the nigga came down here for. Maybe that's the experience that soul came here for. It's not your right. I'm not your savior. You're not anyone else's savior. You're here to save your goddamn self. I ain't no motherfucking martyr for nobody. Self-preservation is the number one rule in nature. So stop trying to think that, oh, I'm here to save people and I'm here to lead a group and I'm here to change the, if you want to change the world, nigga, change yourself. Change yourself. And then the world around you will change. The world around you. Ain't that what matters? I mean, I don't understand. I thought that was the whole point. If I change myself, my world changes for the better. My world. And all of those involved in my world. I'm not worried about yours. I got my own shit to do. I got my own shit to do, man. Y'all need to stop playing games with each other, bro. Stop looking for excuses to keep on coming after each other's neck. Because on some low-key shit, all it shows me is that this is why niggas will never work together. Because low-key niggas despise each other. Because even when there's no cause for a back and forth. And I understand niggas want to debate. I get that. Why don't you fucking go and debate in court? You want to debate so bad, against someone else who's classifying as something that you think is wrong. Why don't you go debate that shit with the judge in court and get your shit? But niggas want to go and debate on YouTube. Why don't you go take that shit to court and debate? That nigga's not serious. That's how I'm looking at it. That's why you see Brother Cool stay low-key quiet to my shit. Y'all don't even know what the fuck I'm up to. And y'all don't need to know. None of your fucking business. None of your business. None of your business. None of your business. Now I can understand you want to dialogue with someone else, because steel sharpens steel, but that's called the build, my nigga. Me trying to prove to you that you aren't who you say you are is not a build. That's me trying to discredit how you think about yourself. And that's not my job. That's not my position, and that's not my call. Straight up. So I think the more that people kind of get over that little bit of narcissism that's in a motherfucker. I mean, for real. I'm not saying niggas is narcissists, but I'm saying that's some narcissistic type behavior, which doesn't lead to anything progressive. It's just niggas gonna be pointing at you. I told you you're wrong. I told you you're wrong and I was right. What's the fucking point? There's no build in that. That's why niggas is still in the situation they is now. Niggas ain't got shit, right? Niggas ain't got shit, right? And niggas ain't got shit, right? It don't matter what state I go to, I will always find an Asian town or a Chinatown or a Vietnamese town. I will always find a fucking Indian town or an Irish town or a fucking Jewish town. You know why? Because all that energy niggas could be using to be bitter at each other and raise stupid arguments, they take that energy, put their bread together and get they shit. Make sure they straight. Even if they have discussions, nigga, that's behind closed doors. That's behind closed doors, nigga. Niggas ain't going on no YouTube to argue. For what? Debate? For what? What's the prize of the debate? The people get to learn? Look, nigga, there's so much public information out right now. If you don't know what the fuck going on, it's because you chose to not know. You chose to not know, nigga. I ain't no fucking PhD. I sit my ass down like every regular person. I ain't the greatest reader in the world. You think I like to read? I don't like to read. You think I do this shit because I like to do it? No, nigga, my will and love for my freedom is what makes me do it. I have to do it. Because there is no other choice, nigga. Live free or die like a slave. And what do they say? A man that is knowledgeable can never be made a slave. So that's why I read. I don't read because I like to read. You think I like to sit there and read fucking IRS documents and congressional records and court and Supreme Court cases? You think I enjoy that shit? No, I do it because I have to. That's how much freedom means to me. So you need to ask yourself how much that shit mean to you. Because if you got time sitting there watching two grown-ass men or groups of grown-ass men or groups of grown-ass women debate about who's wrong or not, about who the fuck they claim to be, y'all niggas is tripping. Tripping. And I'm just trying to understand what's going on. I'm honestly trying to understand what's going on. I'm trying to understand what's going on, y'all. This is crazy to me. But if you got time to do that, then hey, you must be good. You must have your shit straight. You know what I'm saying? No problems. But still though, why are you going on public platforms to argue with someone about their stance, about their self-identification, when everyone has the right to self-determination? So you can't talk about these basic rights that niggas have, and then in the course of conducting yourself amongst other people, you go and violate those very rights that you want other people to respect. This is why when I go into spaces, I'm quiet, nigga. because I'm listening. If I feel the need to speak or say something, I will do so. But there's a reason why I got 2 ears and 1 mouth, nigga. Because I'm supposed to listen twice as much as I speak. Come on, man. Woo, this is why niggas ain't got shit, man. So now what you gonna say? Oh, it's the white man's fault. It's the white man's fault. Niggas is still going after each other's neck. Damn, a nigga can't even have the right to self-identify how the fuck he want to self-identify without another nigga trying to come rule over him and tell him he's wrong. Even if the nigga wrong, it's not your call. It's not your place. It's not your jurisdiction. You're not the nigga's daddy. Get the fuck out of here. I think in all this like learning and knowledge that grown-ass men forgot that, hey, we're still grown-ass men. And that nigga deserves respect. Because outside of the YouTube shit, you don't know which people are counting on him. You don't know how he's doing with his duties and obligations. You don't know about that shit. All you know is about what you see on YouTube. That's why I say don't base the shit you see off of YouTube. That shit ain't real. YouTube ain't real. YouTube is another platform for motherfuckers to make notes. I'll be honest with you. It's cool. It's cool. Like, you know, I can give information out and share information, truthful information, but it's not my job to force feed that shit down your throat. I'm just putting it out there. Public information. FOIA, nigga. I'm just putting it out there. You have the right, if it resonates with you, to go and do your own further investigation. If you don't, that's your right too. The fuck I look like cursing you out because you exercising your right to self-determination? That's crazy. And so now we're in a world now where niggas is just acting straight insane. Straight insane. And then at the same time, niggas have the audacity to be, or apparently niggas have time to be beefing with women and shit. Like, oh, I need you to submit. Why are you even worried about that right now? You got shit to do. You got shit to do, bruh. Trust me. Trust me when I tell you. When she see you on your mission, nigga, you don't gotta ask her to submit. You don't have to ask her. She just will. Because she already sees a sovereign before her. Come on, man. Hey, babe, I really wish you would submit to me. What? I think niggas have forgotten that we are men. Wow. Wow, this is incredible. We're now asking women to submit to us? You can see why we in trouble, right? We got all this time to come at each other's neck for any type of fucking reason, but niggas still ain't got no estates. When I say estates, meaning niggas ain't got no assets secured in a trust for their children. Niggas don't got no will set up. Niggas don't got their business set up. Niggas ain't strategizing on ways to be able to have their money start to flip and, you know, and grow on its own. Like, really? We have all this time? We have all this time to go back and forth with other men about who they identify as, and we have all this time to go back and forth with women about why they're not being submissive to us. Why do you care, bro? Why do you care? When you focused on yourself and you working on your shit, all those things you want will come to you without having you to ask for shit. So the mere fact you asking, that's weak. Come on, y'all. I mean, do I sound crazy? I ain't that old, y'all. I'm only 36 years old, my nigga. I'm only 36 years old. I woke up when I was 25. So it's been about 11 for me. Of growing and learning more about myself and understanding that, damn, nigga, I ain't black African American, but it's bigger than just being black African American, because at the end of the day, what's the point of knowing all this shit, but I'm still going to act immature? I'm still going to argue with somebody and nitpick and point fingers because I know something that they don't know. Now I got to try to prove it to you. Now I got to knock it. Now I got to knock your head over knock your head over to convince you that you're wrong about some shit. Why? How about you just shut the fuck up, do you, and allow the other nigga to watch and learn? Like, experience. Remember, experience don't gotta say nada iota. But everything you need as far as that lesson goes and understanding, oh, you get it. You get it. Or you don't get it, which would mean that what? You're gonna have to go through that pain all over again until you do get it. We ain't got time, y'all. We have so much shit to do. We got babies out here that don't know nothing about financial literacy. They don't know nothing about index universal life insurance, how to secure your shit, how to build your bread, how to make sure if anything happened to you, motherfuckers, is secure. Where my land at? I mean, I don't understand, y'all. I don't understand what's going on. We got all this energy to argue with each other, but we ain't got our own bank. I don't understand this, y'all. Help me. I'm trying to. I'm really trying to. And this shit really disturbs me because I am a father and I have children in the world, and I'm like, damn, this is what men are doing now. When action speaks so much louder than words. I can say so much more with an action than I can with uttering words out of my mouth. So I think this is the day and age, like, yeah, it's the age of Aquarius and knowledge is being poured out. But let's not forget that along with that as you grow in your knowledge, you should also be growing in your maturity level. Because there's nothing cool about being a genius with the maturity level of a 10-year-old when it comes to coexisting and understanding and respecting other people's level of rights, no matter where the fuck they're at. That's why it's not on you. If you know something that someone else wants to learn, it's your job to meet them where they're at. And you help them raise up. You don't beat them down. Stupido. It don't feel good, right? It don't feel good, do it? Stop doing that shit to other people. Disrespecting other grown-ass men, calling niggas clowns and all type of crazy ass names because a nigga don't agree with you. Why do you need him to agree so bad? How does that impact you? To the point where you gotta defamate a nigga character online for the public to see. And another excuse for other people of different nationalities to look at and be like, see, look, the niggas, there go the niggas. They still going at each other's neck. See, even when we don't do shit, we out the way. They still going after each other. Weird, man. It's weird. All I'm gonna say is it's weird. It's weird, and I think we should seriously reconsider how we choose to conduct ourselves amongst each other. Everyone's not at the same place in their life. So wherever a person's at, respect that nigga, or respect that or respect that nigga or respect that negress or negrette where he or she is at. Respect that. Stop disrespecting that. Because for some reason, I guess you keep forgetting where the fuck you came from, my nigga. I haven't. So please remain humble, remain respectful. Let's grow in our maturity level as we grow in our level of knowledge. And please, man, stop going after each other's neck. We have so much more other shit to do. All right? This is your brother, Cool, signing in and signing the fuck out.